Oklahomans cast their ballots early. The University of Oklahoma lays off dozens of employees, and faulty airbags prompt a Toyota recall. This is OU Nightly.
Hello, thanks for joining us on OU Nightly. I'm Nicole Nielson.
And I'm Parker Thune. We begin tonight with record early voting numbers. Lines have been long at the Cleveland County Election Board and other county offices across the state. As of Friday, over 125,000 Oklahomans have voted either in the early voting period or by absentee ballot. That is 180% higher than the total number of voters in the 2014 election, and it's close to 50% of the total number of voters in the 2016 presidential election. That is a total of 6% of all registered voters in Oklahoma.
And early voting continues in Oklahoma today until 6 p.m. and tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And while voters cast ballots early, candidates are working overtime to make sure Oklahomans get to the polls. Final pushes are being made at the university to encourage students who haven't voted to do it. Tonight, there will be a rally in Adams Hall to discuss different candidates and even show students what a ballot consists of so they can make an educated decision.
We want as many students to know what's on the ballot, who's on the ballot, and to help have a discussion to where students can form their opinions on the matter.
The rally will be held at 6 p.m.
And we're learning more about exactly which OU employees lost their jobs yesterday. Layoff notices were served to 50 university workers. OU Public Affairs told OU Nightly most of the people laid off were from the landscaping department. But in a tweet today, we learned J.P. Audis, the Associate Vice President for Alumni and Development, also lost his job yesterday. Audis tweeted that he is looking forward to new adventures after serving his alma mater for 26 years. The layoffs are part of President Galligli's effort to reduce the university budget, which he says is operating at a deficit.
And Parker, there is no doubt that fall is in the air.
That's right, and OU Nightly meteorologist Leah Hill has a first look at our weekend weather. Leah?
Thanks, Parker. So fall is in the air right now. Just take a look at these trees. Just beautiful reds and oranges. It is in peak foliage right now, and this is the sunrise from this morning. Also looking gorgeous. So if you're outside at any point in the day, you're going to experience this amazing weather. 62 degrees right now here in Norman. We're looking at 60s all across the state with just a few 70s down towards the south. So coming up, I'm going to talk about some rain chances that we may see this weekend. I also have some information on this fall-like weather and if it will continue, and also the next cold front which will be coming through this week. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Leah. And a Washington state politician finds himself under review by the FBI. Scott Haas has the latest from OU Nightly's News Center. Scott?
That's right, Nicole. Washington State Representative Matt Shea is being heavily criticized for a leaked memo that he admits to writing titled Biblical Basis for War. The 4-page document lists multiple points on how a Christian theocratic movement should eliminate opposition. Some of the terms of surrender Shea lists in his memo include stop all abortions, no same-sex marriage, and must obey all biblical law. If the country does not yield to these terms, the document advocates to kill all males. The memo and Shea have been referred to the FBI. Some harsh words from President Donald Trump today as he again blames the media for the recent violence within the country.
No, you know what? You're creating violence by your questions. You are creating you. And also, a lot of the reporters are creating violence by not writing the truth. The fake news is creating violence.
Critics of the president point to many of his comments as a reason for spike in hate crimes in the country. Changes in the city polling place in Kansas are raising eyebrows. Kansas recently decided to remove the Dodge City's main polling location from the city's Civic Center. In Dodge City, the polling place has been moved from the city's Civic Center to a location that is actually outside the city's limits, and the location is also a mile away from the nearest bus stop. The ACLU argues that it will make, which is 60% of the population. And Parker, Alec Baldwin, the actor famously known for portraying President Trump on Saturday Night Live, has been arrested after police say he punched someone during an argument over a parking space. When asked about it, President Trump said, "I wish him luck."
Thank you, Scott. In addition to voting on candidates running for office, Oklahomans will vote on 5 state questions during this election. State question 793 would allow optometrists to open offices in big box stores like Walmart or Target. Some like the idea, citing its lower cost and convenience. OU Nightly's Sammi Steele found out what some Norman optometrists think of the state question.
The state election is a little under a month away, and optometrists want to make sure people are clear as to why they are against it.
Currently, Oklahoma prohibits people from filling eyeglass prescriptions and getting eye exams within the same store. Even though Oklahoma is one of only 3 states that don't offer eye care in retailers, most optometrists in the state are voting no on 793.
The Board of Optometry will be out of the picture, and they're the ones that really know what the standard of care should be. And so without them being able to step in and tell the doctor, and the doctor knows what he should be doing and shouldn't, but now it takes it out of his hands and puts it in Walmart's in this case. They may be providing really poor eye care.
The Yes on 793 campaign states Oklahomans want affordable eye care and eyewear while they shop. But eye doctors say there's already affordable options out there.
Push with this is about affordable eyeglasses. And at the end of the day, that already exists. And so all of their ads on TV make it seem like they are just trying to provide affordable eye care to Oklahoma. Kind of a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Norman Vision says if 793 passes, their biggest concern is how it will lower the quality of eye care. The new law would keep the State Board of Optometry from overseeing clinics by making local optometrists report to corporations instead.
So part of our problem with that is we have a major corporation influencing the Constitution in Oklahoma, and that's never a good precedent to set.
If 793 passes, Norman Vision says their business will undoubtedly change, but the philosophy behind their practice isn't going anywhere.
It would have an effect on us, I'm sure. We've worked really hard at creating a loyal patient base that is here because they think we do a good job, not because we have the cheapest glasses.
While the future of State Question 7093 is still blurry, optometrists here in the state of Oklahoma want to make one thing clear, and that's Oklahomans voting this election. Sammi Steele, OU Nightly.
To read up on all of the state questions, you can go to the Oklahoma Election Board's website.
Still to come this Friday night, Price College of Business is gaining new resources. Stay with us.
Welcome back to OU Nightly. Due to concerns over malfunctioning airbags, Toyota has recalled over 1 million vehicles produced between 2002 and 2015. The company says that the models in question could be prone to electrical shorts, which could cause airbags to deploy erratically or fail to deploy altogether. Toyota says that their dealers will replace the vehicle's airbag control system.
And the Price School of Business is expecting some new faces. The college is in the process of adding 16 new faculty members to its staff. Half of the new staffers are replacements and the other half are brand new additions. Money from donors and alumni made these hirings possible and helped create the new job opportunities. Price and Jim Gallagly have stated that hiring esteemed faculty is a priority.
It's beneficial to the students because they can provide a new knowledge base and new experiences, which just equips the students with better resources to be in Price's case, better business people.
The names of the new faculty members have yet to be revealed.
And after the break, Leah Hill will be back with her extended forecast.
Leah, what's in store?
So we are loving the fall weather today, but a new cold front's coming through. I'll let you know when that is coming up next. Welcome back to OU Nightly. We are taking a live look around the state. It is just gorgeous outside. I want to be outside right now. Look at the Kessler cam. You see that tractor. 61 degrees is our temperature currently right now, and we do have that very light wind. So beautiful if you are out and about. And this trend is going to continue through the evening. We have these mostly clear skies that will continue. Temperatures are going to be dropping off slowly, but if you are out very late tonight, you may need a jacket. But then for 47 degrees is going to be your low for this evening. We're looking at those 40s all across the board. Just a beautiful night overall. And tomorrow, this beautiful weather is going to continue even more. We have those mostly sunny skies throughout the day. We're going to reach a high of 68 degrees. Simply perfect fall-like weather that we are seeing tomorrow. Down towards the south, we are seeing 70s. A little bit colder up towards the north, but overall we're looking really nice for tomorrow. Now there is a chance of rain that is mainly going to be in the eastern portion of the state, but it is possible if this cold front slows down that we might see some slight drizzles here as well. But that rain, however, will clear out for the rest of the weekend. Now this is something I'm really excited about. The Climate Prediction Center just released their new November temperature outlook. So if you want to impress your friends with some fun facts, you can tell them that we have a chance for below average temperatures for the month of November. And we're really going to see that with these temperatures for the next couple of days. So this is where we should be at, this line right here. And these are the temperatures. It looks like a little roller coaster, and that is going to be the high for the next few days. So for Saturday, sunny skies, perfect weather. You'll want to go outside. Sunday is where we set the clocks back an hour, so we fall back. Mostly sunny skies on Sunday as well. As we go through Monday, we see those rain chances, and then this is where our cold front's going to come through. That's going to come through on Wednesday, and we do have those high rain chances and those cooler temperatures. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Leah. When high school English teacher Ellen Stackable learned her home state of Oklahoma had the highest rate of female incarceration in the country, she wanted to do something.
Stackable took her gifts and started a creative writing program for incarcerated women in 8 of Oklahoma's prisons and jails. Since 2014, Poetic Justice has empowered over 1,500 women, helping them find their voice and heal from trauma. It's why she's a CNN Hero Top 10 nominee.
We provide a safe place for them to overcome trauma and pain. We provide a way for them to find their voices. So it is so much more than just writing. It becomes a therapeutic way for healing to occur.
Out of Stackable and 9 other amazing individuals, you can vote online at cnnheroes.com to decide who should be CNN Hero of the Year. And that's it for news this Friday night, but don't leave just yet. Big Friday Sports is on deck.
Shiloh Sellers is here to give you a look at what's ahead. And Shiloh, how exciting is tomorrow's slate of college football action?
Well, it's very exciting, Parker. Tomorrow is as big a day as the college football world has seen in quite a while. And the Sooners matchup with Texas Tech is front and center. Stick with us. Welcome to Big Friday Sports. I'm Shiloh Sellers, he's Spencer Royce, and I'm sure you can guess that today's show is packed with, well, football, and more football.
And there's nothing wrong with that at all. We have a team of experts down in Lubbock working tirelessly to load you up with all the facts before tomorrow's OU and Texas Tech game, so let's get right to it.
Well, this is a beautiful view of none other than Jones Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. Games are wild down there, and Kyle Payne has an inside look for all of you.
The last time the Sooners headed to Lubbock, fans witnessed an all-time shootout. Baker Mayfield versus Pat Mahomes, nearly 1,300 passing yards and 12 TDs between the two. Both teams finished with exactly 854 yards, but the Sooners escaped with a 66-59 win.
Mayfield and Mahomes, both of those guys, they pretty much went out there and put on the show. Each of those quarterbacks, both of those guys are special guys.
This season, both teams have a lot of new faces, but still feature some serious firepower on offense. If history really does repeat itself, another shootout is in the making for Saturday. The atmosphere for a night game at Jones Stadium is something many Sooners haven't ever experienced. The crowd will be rowdy, tortillas will be flying, and so will the football.
They're explosive. They pass for a lot of yards. We just got to do a good job of playing sound football.
OU's defense under the command of Ruffin McNeil hasn't faced an offense like this. The Sooners want to change the minds of critics. Slowing down Tech's high-octane offense is first on their to-do list.
We're going to have to be able to adjust to the pace and tempo these guys can play with. Obviously, how well they've thrown the ball all year, and again, they've been very efficient running it as well. So, they've moved the ball on anybody and everybody.
With a primetime kick on ABC and another playoff appearance on the horizon, this game means a lot for their championship November. Kyle Payne, Big Friday Sports.
The two quarterbacks from the 2016 Sooners and Raider matchup are both facing off this Sunday in the NFL as well.
MVP frontrunner Patty Mahomes leads the 7-1 Chiefs into Cleveland to face off with Rookie of the Year candidate, former Heisman Trophy winner, and OU legend Baker Mayfield. Although the Chiefs are a far superior team this season, Baker knows this quarterback matchup could one day be even bigger than it is right now.
Well, I would absolutely not say that it's going to be Brady Manning right now, but that's humbling to be in that conversation, but we'll see. If he keeps playing that way, there's no reason why it wouldn't be on his side of things, and now I just got to pick up my side and play better.
Now let's hear from our 4 fellow Game Day U analysts as they highlight what the Sooner offense needs to bring to the table tomorrow.
What up, everybody? It's the Game Day U crew. Collin Kennedy, Josh Callaway, Madeline Roberts, Tori Johnson checking in from the Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas, in anticipation of Texas Tech versus Oklahoma. Going to be a whole lot of fun. Blackout coming and several storylines within this football game, especially because of what happened 2 years ago.
Yeah. One of those storylines goes back to 2016 in the 66-59 offensive showdown. Pat Mahomes had over 700 yards. Baker Mayfield set a record for touchdowns. And Samaje Perine and Rodney Anderson weren't even playing. So that was huge. But at the end of the game, OU came out on top. And I think we can kind of maybe expect that again with this quarterback showdown.
Yeah, Tori, the offense in that game stemmed from the two quarterbacks. Obviously, had Baker Mayfield, Patrick Mahomes, two great quarterbacks. We have a similar thing this year, guys. Obviously, we have Kyler Murray for Oklahoma and Alan Bowman for Texas Tech. Almost 70% completion percentage, 15 touchdowns on the year, and that's missing some time with an injury, so we could see a similar result tomorrow.
Yeah, you mentioned two quarterbacks, Baker Mayfield, Patrick Mahomes. They play each other again on Sunday, Chiefs-Browns. That should be fun. As far as this game, it's got the potential to be another just absolute shootout like Oklahoma, Texas Tech games always seem to be. You mentioned there's tons of storylines, Lincoln coming back. There seems to be a rivalry here between these two schools. I don't know if it's because of the Baker Mayfield thing or what. It just seems like these two teams really don't like each other that much. Yeah. It should be fun. You're looking for guys like Trey Sermon have a big game, Marquise Brown, and of course, Kyler Murray continuing to pad that Heisman resume. It should be an absolutely, fireworks everywhere type of game, like it always is when these two teams play.
Doesn't necessarily help the reputation of Big 12 defense.
Does not.
When these two teams meet. But my favorite is the return of Lincoln Riley. He's coming back to a place he called home once, and now he's the head coach on the other side of things. All right, when we come back, our return will be later on the show, and it'll be talking Sooner defense with Sam Brown. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Make sure you stick with us. For now, back to you in the studio.
Yeah, good stuff, guys, as always, and most people are expecting points aplenty in this one. But there was a basketball game last night in Norman, and we have to talk about it. The Sooners hosted the Pitt State Gorillas in an exhibition matchup at Lloyd Noble Center. Pitt State's in Kansas, by the way, not Pittsburgh, as many people probably think. Very small school.
Well, to nobody's surprise, the Sooners outworked the Gorillas and won easily by a final score of 92-58. Damani McNeese put on an impressive personal performance, tallying 15 points, 6 boards, and 5 blocks. And the Larry Bird lookalike, Brady Manick, had a career-first double-double, racking up 12 points and 13 rebounds. Good stuff early from OU Hoops.
Great stuff.
Well, don't worry. We will have more from the crew down in Lubbock coming up.
Plus, a Sooner who won't be in the game on Saturday has turned his focus to the NFL. Stick around, folks.
So if you're heading down to the game this weekend, you can expect temperatures to be dropping throughout the game to the low 60s. Now, the tortillas are going to be flying, but these winds, they are going to be gusting. So we'll have southwest winds at 15 to 20 miles per hour, but those gusts could be anywhere upwards of 15 or even 25, even 35 miles per hour. So beautiful weather for the game overall if you're going to cheer on the Sooners. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Leah. I'm really happy it's going to be beautiful weather. That wind might not make the quarterbacks very happy, but well, continuing with our football field broadcast, let's take a look at the other Big 12 matchups this weekend. First on the gridiron, the Oklahoma State Cowboys battle some Baylor Bears. Kickoff is 11 a.m.
And at 2:30, the number 13 ranked Mountaineers rival the number 17 ranked Longhorns down in Austin. That should be a great one. And moving north to Lubbock, I'm sure you've heard the Oklahoma Sooners take on the Texas Tech Red Raiders at 7 p.m.
And speaking of Lubbock, we heard their offensive keys, but what about the defense?
Yeah, the Game Day U crew joins us once again for their take on the Sooner defense.
What up? We're back here in Lubbock, Texas. Sam Brown joining us on set because we're here to talk some Sooner defense this time around, and there's some positive momentum for them on that side of the football. But the Red Raiders bring an offense that could pose problems for them. Going to be an interesting matchup, Sam.
Yeah, it is, because Texas Tech's offense is very similar to OU's in the fact that they have a lot of weapons, a lot of different weapons. They have their main threat at wide receiver, Antoine Wesley, 3rd in the country in receiving yards, but they've also got other options at wide receiver. They've got a couple decent running backs, and then they've got Alan Bowman, who's been a breakout player as a freshman so far this season. So lots of different things that they can throw OU's way, so it'll be interesting to see how they adjust as the game goes on.
Yeah, like we talked about earlier, Alan Bowman's a really good quarterback for them. This Texas Tech team has a top 20 offense in college football. So it's going to be a challenge for this OU defense that we have seen been revamped over the past couple weeks. This will be their toughest challenge yet, so I'm looking forward to see how they handle it.
Oh, for sure. As you said, the last couple weeks, the defense has been vastly improved. Since Ruff McNeil took over, tackling is better, secondary is better, everything has seemed to be better. But at the same time, TCU and K-State, not exactly the best offenses, so this is their first real test, in my opinion. If they go out and play like they have the last couple weeks against Texas Tech tomorrow, then I'm all in on this defense maybe being fixed, dare I say.
Yeah, well, you don't really know what's to come, but steadily improving as the season rolls on. And, you know, we all talk about how it's the return for Lincoln Riley. It's a return for Ruffin
Yes,
McNeil.
it is.
Remember, he was an interim DC right here. He's in the same role this time around on the other side of the football. All right, hey, we're going to be here tomorrow, 8 to 10 a.m., Game Day U. Going to be talking OU Texas Tech and the entire college football landscape, what's going on, all the storylines within it. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. All right, Sam Brown, Madeline Roberts, Josh Callaway, and Tori Johnson, who joined you earlier. I'm Collin Kennedy. Make sure you watch us tomorrow morning.
Well, Game Day U, they brought up some good points about the offense, and it wouldn't be a sports show without some score predictions. So
they're going to have a lot of offense.
That's
a
true.
Lot.
Well, personally, I don't think the Red Raiders can shoot their way out of this one with the way the Sooner defense has been looking for the last 2 matchups. I think the Sooners will eat up the clock, scoring a whopping 55-21.
Well, everyone's expecting the game to have a score similar to a college basketball game, and that very well could end up happening. I do not think it will, though. I think Hollywood Brown has over 150 receiving yards in this one, and the Sooners win by a final score of 52-31, which is still a ton of points, just not UNC and Duke in February.
Well, unfortunately for the Sooners, 3rd time was the charm for former running back Rodney Anderson. He announced yesterday that he will be leaving the university to focus on his potential NFL career.
Anderson says he's ready for the next step in his career, and you can't blame him for that. He believes he's going to be ready for the time the 2019 draft rolls around. After 3 season-ending injuries here at Oklahoma, it is no wonder the breakout star wants to step back from the collegiate level to focus on his big leagues and how he'll do that. Keep in mind that last season he rushed for over 1,100 yards and caught for nearly 300 more. Impressive stats.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but that wraps us up for the day. Thank you for watching, and make sure you watch Game Day U tomorrow at 8 a.m. on Facebook Live or Cox Channel 124.
Have an incredible weekend. Everybody, happy Friday. Watch tons of football for us.